practice. So let's begin. Dear friends, in our last session, we have completed our 6th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita. We have been learning the teachings which were imparted by Sri Krishna to Arjun on the battlefield. Now, let me just give you quickly a recap of the names of what we did so far. In the 5th chapter, we learned about Karma Sannyas Yoga, which means the actions and renunciation. We learned about that in the 5th chapter. In the 6th chapter, we learned about Dhyana Yoga, which was about meditation, about being absorbed in Sri Krishna. Now, chapter 7, it is called Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Now, this chapter is the yoga or the union. What is yoga? As we know, it is the union. This chapter deals with union through realization of divine knowledge. That means you have to become one with Krishna using the divine knowledge which he has given in Bhagavad Gita teachings. So this is called Gyan Vijnana Yoga. The title of the chapter is Gyan Vijnana Yoga. All right, so if you just want to note it down, I will give you the name. You can see the chapter's name right at the top. And now there is a brief introduction about the chapter. What is this chapter dealing with? Sri Krishna is very beautifully describing the material and the spiritual dimensions of his energies. So, dear friends, in this chapter, we come to know that there are two dimensions. Two dimensions of what? God's energies. Those two dimensions are the inferior and the superior. So Sri Krishna talks about it here in this chapter. And he is also explaining to us that everyone in this universe, right from the smallest of the creature like an ant or a microorganism, up to the huge elephant or the giant whale, any creature you name are nothing but the forms of that very God. Only thing is, we do not have the eyes to see in that way. We do not have the capacity to understand in that way. However, Sri Krishna says that all these are different pearls or different beads which are strung in the same necklace, beads of the same necklace. So all of them, he says, they have originated from Krishna only. Therefore, where will they merge back? They will merge back into Sri Krishna only, isn't it? So he says that the entire creation begins from me and dissolves back into me. Now, in this chapter itself, he's further mentioning that the material energy, which is also called Maya, this material energy, which is called Maya, belongs to Sri Krishna, as well as the superior energy of Sri Krishna also is his own energy. Therefore, he says Please be very attentive. He says that those who surrender to Sri Krishna's superior energy will be easily able to cross over the worldly ocean. But if we do not understand the bifurcation between his material energy and his superior energy, we will be stuck with the material energy only. That is called Maya. The very fact is that Maya is something which deludes, which makes you forget. Maya has such an energy which will project the false as true and the true as false. Do you remember I had shared the story of Naradji some time ago with you all, in which Naradji, who is a great devotee of Krishna, he once told Sri Krishna that I am your great devotee. Krishna agreed to it. But then Naradji made another point saying that, oh Krishna, do, do, don't you think that I am the leading most devotee? Krishna disagreed. So there is a very small or subtle difference between the two things. Naraji being one of the best devotees and Naraji being the leading most devotees, there is a difference. When Krishna disagreed, somewhere Naraji could not accept it. He says, all day long I am chanting your name alone. Now, Sri Krishna said, if you think so, let me tell you, my Maya is very powerful. Naraji says, I have already won over your Maya. So, the very fact that we think I have won over Maya, that itself is a kind of subtle ego in us. So, Krishna wanted to show Naradji that if you think you won over Maya, it is not so. Sri Krishna takes Naradji on a walk and they start walking across a desert. Krishna says, I'm feeling very thirsty. So please give me some water, oh Naradji. Now it was a desert. So Naradji said, fine. Oh Krishna, I will just walk a long way and try to find if there is any source of water. So as Naradji began to walk, what does he see? Far, far, far away, there is a small house. And he had high hopes that there will be water inside it. So as he went and knocked the door, a beautiful lady came out. At that very instance, when they both saw each other, they were infatuated. They fell in love. Naradji completely forgot for what had he come. What was the main purpose of his coming there? That he wanted some water. That's it. And he had to return back with the water to Bhagwan. But he forgot about it. As he forgot about it, he just was there with the lady. And then finally they engaged with each other. They got married. They expanded their family. And it so happened that it was a completely expanded family of Naradji. He forgot the purpose for which he had come to that house. And now, one day, during floods, he lost one after the other family members. So Naradji became really upset about it. And as he called out the name of Bhagwan during that time, when he was in deep trouble, he obviously took the name of Bhagwan right from his heart. Therefore, that very instant, Naradji woke up. He had not fallen asleep, but he was standing next to Bhagwan. and the same desert, the very same location where they were walking. What happened during 1 second? Bhagwan's Maya enveloped Naradji's mind, and Naradji thought that I entered into my household life. I expanded my family. He forgot everything completely. The name of Bhagwan brought him back to normal. So, dear friends, I'm just trying to say from this story is that for 1 second, Naradji was completely lost in that family expansion, in the task that he was doing for his children, etc. Because Maya made him think that this is your own family. This is what you have expanded. Please take care of it. So completely he was diverted towards the family. The power of Maya is such that it made him forget the true purpose of visiting that house. And Narachi expanded his family over there. So Maya is something which projects the false as true and the true as false. Now, in this case, what was false? The family, that was false. But Maya made Narachi think that it is real. He was completely engrossed in that, entangled in that. Whereas the real thing was he was walking with Bhagwan, but he forgot about it. So this is what Maya does. It projects the true as false and false as true. So in this chapter, Krishna says that my inferior energy and my superior energy are the two forms of energies. The inferior energy is the material world that is being expanded here. What all you can see, the homes, the luxuries, and anything and everything inside the world, all that comes under the material energy. And we get entangled with all that, knowing that this is it. But Krishna says, no, this is not it. Raise your mind above the material energy, and then only you will be able to see the superior energy which I have. So, this is the main crux of this chapter, which Sri Krishna will be giving to Arjun. There is a little more in this chapter, which I will quickly discuss as a introduction part. So here you can see that Shri Krishna in this chapter is also describing that there are four kinds of devotees, those who engage in worship of Krishna. Obviously, when there are four kinds of devotees, Krishna will explain all four of them. He will also reveal to Arjun that who is the best among the devotees, whom Sri Krishna likes very much. So, the four types of devotees will also be discussed here in this 7th chapter. And Krishna has briefly told us in the introduction also, he says that those devotees who worship him in knowledge with their mind and their intellect merged in him are dearest to him. So, knowledge is so profound. It is so powerful. It opens your vision. You're able to identify this is the inferior energy of Krishna, and this is the superior energy of Krishna. Let me submit myself, surrender myself to the superior energy of the Lord. So, he also says, if you see in this brief introduction that I just now copy pasted to you, he also says that many of my devotees, they get deluded by material desires, because of which they surrender not to me, but to the other gods, the celestial gods, the demigods. Why? He says the demigods have got limited powers, but through those limited powers, they satisfy the worldly desires of the devotees. And when they satisfy those worldly desires, the devotees think that, yes, I went to so and so celestial god or demigod or goddess. She or he has fulfilled all my wishes. So I surrender my life unto them. But Krishna says that those celestial gods have limited powers which they derive from me only. Therefore, it is uh, wise enough that one should understand from where the power to the celestial gods is being given. And if you surrender to the superior most energy, which is Sri Krishna himself, the supreme being, then there is no need to go to different celestial gods at all, because you have surrendered yourself to the Almighty Supreme Being himself. So, Krishna is explaining here, although all the celestial gods are there, and although all of them have their limited powers, but those who want their material desires to be fulfilled will go to those celestial gods. So, in this manner, Sri Krishna says that those who really understand my superior energy, they will come to me. They will not go around to anyone else in search of inferior powers, or they will not go for desire fulfillment, because they know Krishna is the supreme being. If we go to Krishna, he has that supreme energy, that superior energy with which he will be able to give us everything. So, in this way, now Shri Krishna further confirms that he is the ultimate truth, and he is the highest authority. Nobody in this world or in the world above will be able to transcend Sri Krishna. He is the supreme authority. He confirms that as well in this chapter. So, with this brief introduction in our mind, I'm just placing forth a couple of quick questions to you all. Please try to answer, and then we proceed with the first verse of this chapter. Okay. First of all, starting as a revision, please tell me the name of this chapter.
Gyan Vigyan Yog.
Very good. Yes. Jnana Vigyan Yoga. And can you, anyone please also explain the meaning behind it?
It means yog through the realization of divine knowledge.
Very good. Okay. So, what does the word yoga mean? Yes. What does the word yog mean? It's very important to keep. You will not find it
Yog,
in the notes. Yeah.
yog
Please.
means union.
Yes. Yog means union. So here, when we are talking about the yog through divine knowledge, it means union with Krishna, isn't it? Yog with Sri Krishna. So please make note of that one. Uh, how many forms of energies Sri Krishna has spoken about in this chapter?
It's two, material
Okay,
and spiritual.
very good. So when we talk about the material energies, what are they? Like, what is your understanding of that?
It's Maya. It's what's true is it shows true as false and false as true.
Very good, very nice. All right. Now, the superior energy lies in Krishna. Uh, there's one more question. How many types of devotees does Sri Krishna explain in this chapter?
4.
Oh, very good. And who is dearest to him?
The devotees who worship Shri Krishna with knowledge in their mind and who have their intellect merged with him.
Excellent. Very good. Yes. So those are the ones who are absolutely dear to him. Then, further, Shri Krishna has also said that all the celestial gods, or whom we also call as the demigods, goddesses, they have limited powers. So the devotees go to them for desire fulfillment. However, Krishna says that if you rely upon them for desire fulfillment, that is okay. But who is the supreme power above all the celestial gods? Who is the supreme power?
Shri
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna.
Sri Krishna himself, because he is the one who provides those limited powers to all the celestial gods. The one, the devotee, who realizes this is that devotee who will merge into Krishna because he knows he is the supreme authority. So, which is why all the devotees are not able to understand this. The chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita helps us in realization. How is Sri Krishna the supreme authority? Why should we surrender unto him? So, with this frame in our mind, let us proceed to the first verse. I will give you all the first verse here. Okay, the first three verses I've shared with you all. Okay. So, in the very first verse, the Supreme Lord says to Arjun that, O Arjun, now listen to this supreme truth which I will be sharing with you. He says that how with the mind attached with me exclusively, please note the word, the mind should be attached to Krishna exclusively and surrendering to me through bhakti yoga or through devotion, you can know me completely, free from any doubt. Knowing Bhagwan is one thing, dear friends, but knowing him completely, knowing him thoroughly is a different thing, isn't it? So, everyone on this earth knows that Sri Krishna, I'm sorry, just allow me a minute, I'll sip in some water. So everyone in this world, they know that Krishna is there. They also know that he is the supreme power. However, why is he the supreme power? What makes him the supreme power? And how are all the other demigods and goddesses working with the power that Sri Krishna has given them? All that may not be very clear to an ordinary human being. Krishna says, therefore, that in this chapter, Jnana Vijnana Yoga, you will be able to understand Jnana is the knowledge, Vijnana is the wisdom. So, with both knowledge and wisdom, you will be able to come in union with me, unite with me. And after all, through bhakti or through devotion, you will be able to surrender to me. Dear friends, it is said, why is bhakti so important? Because if one is meditating, there may be hurdles. If one is practicing some yoga or sadhana, again, there may be some hurdles. So, among the various forms that we can uh, practice or utilize to reach Krishna, there may be some or the other hurdles on our way. But bhakti is something which is free from any hurdles. And wherever you are, you may be in your own house, you may be in some other country or some remote part of your country, wherever you are. You can easily chant the name of the Lord from wherever you are. So there is no obstruction to it. Therefore, bhakti is the easiest way. Devotion is the easiest way to attain Sri Krishna. So this is the first verse. In the second one, Sri Krishna says, I shall now reveal unto you fully this knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is Gyan. In the title, we have the word Vigyan, which means wisdom. So Krishna is going to reveal the knowledge and wisdom, knowing which nothing else remains to be known in this world. Because, dear friends, Krishna says every particle of dust is nothing but Krishna. Every small to big creature is nothing but Krishna. So, how do we understand that? How do we develop our vision to see the world in this manner, to see the world with this kind of a vision? That is the main crux of the seventh chapter. So, here, now moving on to the third verse, he says, if there are thousands of people, hardly one of them will think that he wants to strive towards perfection. The very thought does not arise in everyone. Out of thousands, only maybe one individual may think so. And just imagine, he says, that among those who strive for perfection, let us say the entire world, we divide into thousands, 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 and we divide the people into lots of thousands. Among the thousands, only one of them will really strive towards perfection. In the second lot of thousands, one of them will strive towards perfection, and so on. In this entire world, let us say how many ever lots which are formed, those many lots will have only one individual who, who will think that he wants to strive towards perfection. And those individuals who thought that they want to strive towards perfection, Among all of them, only one individual will actually strive towards perfection. So, Krishna says that striving towards perfection is ultimately merging into me. But who will strive towards perfection? Among thousands, only one individual may think of striving towards perfection. Among such thinkers, if you merge in the entire world, if you bring them together, let us say there's 1,000 such individuals, and those individuals will only think that, yes, I want to strive towards perfection. But even among them, there'll be only one individual who will actually strive towards perfection. So thinking is also rare, and achieving perfection actually is even rare. That is what Sri Krishna is explaining here, and all that is because of Maya. Maya envelops the mind in such a way you do not realize the importance of merging back into Krishna. So, now I'll also share the further verse with you. So, in this verse, now you can see the fourth one. Krishna says, there are 8 components of my material energy. What are the 8 components? Earth, water, fire, air, space, mind, intellect, and ego. Dear friends, we have to remember all these 8 because this forms the material energy. Until we understand the material energy, we will not be able to understand the superior energy of Krishna. So, the first 5 are the 5 elements, and the next 3 are the mind, intellect, and ego. Very simple to remember, but please remember all these 8 names. Okay. So, whatever is being expanded in this world, Sri Krishna has used his material energy from these 8 components to make anything and everything in the world. So, whatever we have in this world is nothing but the 8 components are utilized to make the entire world. It is like saying, when you want to prepare something for guests who have come home, you start making use of the same ingredients, but the dish which you prepare, it may be different every time. However, all said and done, you're going to use the same ingredients, isn't it? In the same manner, the 8 components remain the same. However, whatever is being prepared from the 8 components will differ. So these are the 8 components of my material energy, says Sri Krishna. Now, I proceed to the 5th verse where he says that, O Arjun, such as my inferior energy. All this made up of the 8 components is my inferior energy. However, beyond it, I have my superior energy. This superior energy is called Jeev Shakti, or for our understanding, we can say it is the soul energy. Just imagine if you bring a toy car, but you do not put in the battery inside the toy car. Similarly, you bring any other equipment, you do not put the battery inside it. Although the toy car is there, any equipment, very expensive, you may bring is there with you, but it needs the battery. So if the battery is not there, it will not be able to function. In the same manner, whatever things are there in the world, the material things, they will only be functional if soul energy enters inside them. Just to give an example, a dead body also has the limbs which we have. However, it is not able to function. It has eyes, but it cannot see. It has ears, but it cannot hear. Why? The soul energy is not there. The soul energy is the main power inside the body. That is called the superior energy of Krishna. So, what is made from his inferior energy, from the 8 components, is the outer structure, the body. What enters inside the body is the soul energy. That is the superior energy of Krishna. The story does not end here, dear friends. Once you know that there is a soul energy, that soul energy is a fraction of Krishna himself. And therefore, the soul energy has to merge back into Krishna, for which you need bhakti, devotion. So Sri Krishna is explaining to us here that it is the Jeev Shakti that forms the basis of life in this world. That soul energy could enter into the body of an elephant, or it could enter into the body of a human being, a cat or a dog or an ant. But after all, it is the soul energy only. Therefore, with this vision, we understand that each creature in this world who has the soul energy, that energy belongs to Krishna. That is his superior energy. And very beautifully, Sri Krishna will drive us towards this viewpoint in the ensuing verses that we're going to do in this chapter. Maybe, if not in this session, in the next, I'm not sure how much time do we have. We may be able to cover it today. Okay, so uh, let's proceed to the 6th verse, which says, know that all the living beings are manifested by these 2 energies of mine, the inferior and the superior. Inferior energy comprises of the 8 components. It prepares the body around us. And the superior energy is the soul or the life energy which enters into us and which makes the body functional. it makes the body work. Without the soul energy, the body will not be able to function. Now, in this sixth verse, he has also said, I am the source of the entire creation, and into me it will again dissolve. Because everything came out from Krishna. Therefore, everything will also merge back into Sri Krishna himself. This is what we need to understand. So, is it clear for everyone so far? I can give you some more verses, I think, so we have time. Oh, I think we were disconnected for about a minute. Are you able to hear me now? So now I have given you all the seventh verse. Krishna is saying, there is nothing higher than myself. Everything rests in me only. As he gives the example, as the beads are strung on a thread. So all the different creatures in the world, they are compared to small or big beads of different designs, different structures. But they are strung on the same thread, and that is Krishna himself. So he says, the one who realizes, who understands that I am the one who is the highest power, will think of merging back into me. The aim of his life will not be to be lost in this Maya. Rather, the aim of his life would be devotion unto me. Now, further, he says, I am the taste in water, the radiance of the sun and the moon. I am the sacred syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in the space, ether is the space. And I am the ability in the human beings. So all this is something which is there within us, isn't it? The water has its taste, the sun and the moon have their radiance. Without the radiance, the sun and the moon will not be giving will not be fulfilling their own task. So the main energy which lies in the sun and the moon is their radiance. Who is that radiance? Krishna says, Arjun, it is none other, it is me. I am the radiance in the sun and the moon. So the hidden energy in each one of us is nothing but Krishna. However, just because we think that I am doing it, we do not realize that it is Krishna's energy only performing from within us, through us, that we are able to perform. Any kind of ability which human beings have is also Krishna's ability only, Krishna's energy only. So, this is how Sri Krishna says that in the sacred syllable Om, the energy which lies is also my energy. He further continues to say this: I am the pure fragrance of the earth, the brilliance in the fire. I am the life force in all beings and the penance of the ascetics. Every one of us has got some of the other quality which makes us distinct from the others. All that quality, all that ability in us is nothing but Krishna's energy. However, we think it is our own thing and we develop an ego for it. It is not so. The one who understands that every energy which is making me perform at my best is Krishna's energy in me will never form that ego because he knows I am nothing. I am just an instrument of the divine. It is his energy which is allowing me to perform in this manner. So here, Sri Krishna has said that I am the penance, or you may also call it tapasya. Because if you see, in the olden days, rishis used to perform a lot of tapasya, penance, because they wanted to be united with the supreme energy. That was the reason of penance. And Krishna is saying that in ascetics, that is the beautiful quality which they practice. Therefore, in the ascetics, I am penance. If you consider the five elements, like the earth, I am the pure fragrance of the earth. I am the brilliance of fire. In all the living beings, I am the life force, the soul. Now, let me question all of you. Can you name a single part of the world where Krishna is not there?
Because it's not possible.
Exactly. It's just not possible. He himself has created the entire material world. He himself has taken the form of life, soul, and entered inside each of us. Therefore, each creature has his powers. Each creature's body, the material body, is also made up of Krishna's powers only. That is the interior power. The one within us, the soul, is the superior power. So every speck of dust in this world is nothing else but Krishna. That is the extent to which we need to perceive that the pervasiveness of Sri Krishna in the entire world. So, I think we can conclude here, and I will just quickly question from whatever we did in today's session. Just a minute. I need to give you all two more verses because they come in the same flow. If we can share with you all. So these two verses are also on the same lines where Krishna continues to say in the ninth verse, rather in the 10th verse, that, O Arjun, know that I am the eternal seed of all beings and the intellect of the intelligent and the splendor of the glorious. Further, he elaborates, O best of the Bharatas. Because earlier, what we know as India today was called as Bharat. So, all the people, as we call them Indians today, they were called the Bharatas. And the best among the Bharatas, Krishna is addressing this for Arjun. He says, O best of the Bharatas, in strong persons, there is that strength element. And that strength is none other than myself. That strength is devoid of desire and passion to the extent that any sexual activity which also takes place but which is not conflicting with virtue of the scriptural injunctions, that also is myself. So anything and everything which you name, as I said, not even a speck of dust is without Krishna. Everything, everywhere he is there. So he is the one who creates the material world, enters inside it also. There is a beautiful example that I would like to relate here. Uh, you all may have seen the spider. Someday, if you observe the spider, he has a juice in his mouth through which he will form his net. So those threads which come out, he will move in a zigzag way inside the area where he wants to develop his net. That juice which comes out of his mouth, that forms the thread, and the entire net is formed. And he himself gives birth to his children in the net, and his own uh, power, his own energy is there in the children which he gives birth. Therefore, that spider has got the power to create the net and to become the children, to give birth to the children who lie in the net. So, in this manner, he is called the instrumental cause which develops the net. So, also, he is forming the life energy which resides in the net. In the same manner, Sri Krishna is also utilizing his own material energy to develop the world, and he also takes the form of life in each of the creatures of the world. So, please understand that each one of us on this earth are equal because Krishna is there in each one of us. So, I hope this was clear. Any questions about it, you all can please let me know. If there are no questions, then I'll just, for the sake of revision, take 2 minutes and place a couple of questions in front of you. Starting from verse of 1, Krishna is saying that what is he going to give us in this in this 7th chapter? He has discussed in a nutshell in the first verse. You can look at the explanation and answer.
So attaching the mind exclusively to Sri Krishna, and through the practice of Bhakti Yoga, you can know him completely.
Yes, very good. So this is the main content which he is going to discuss in the 7th chapter. Moving on to the 2nd verse. What is the meaning of Vigyan in the title of this chapter?
Means wisdom.
Yeah.
Vigyan means wisdom. Very good. So Gyan is knowledge, Vigyan is wisdom. Krishna says in the 3rd verse that how rare is it to strive for perfection? How many individuals do actually strive for perfection? And how many individuals do actually get to perfection? What does he explain about that?
Like thousands strive for it, but only one attains perfection.
Good. So among millions of people, only a few of them will think of striving for perfection. Those who think that we want to strive for perfection, only a few of them will actually attain perfection. That's what Shri Krishna says here. What is Krishna's material energy? How many components does it have?
It has 8 components: earth, water, fire, air, space, mind, intellect, and ego.
Excellent. So please, every one of you all, remember these 8 components, because out of these 8 components, the body of each creature on this earth is formed. Not only that, the water, the mountains, whatever you name in nature is formed because of these 8 components only. So they are called the material energy. What is beyond the material energy or inferior energy of Krishna?
The superior energy, which is the soul.
Excellent. Very good. So, moving on to the 6th verse. From where does the entire world manifest and where does it merge back?
From Sri Krishna, it starts and ends in Sri Krishna.
So, because it has manifested from him, everything will merge back into him only. In the 7th verse, he gives a beautiful example that how the creatures of this world are there. What is the example?
Shri Krishna says that the creatures of this world are like beads on a single string.
So the beads could be of different designs, but they lie on the same string, which means they rest in Krishna only. The string is Krishna. Then he says, okay, let's go to the 8th verse. What is Sri Krishna in water, in sun, moon, in Om? Starting with a simple one. What is Sri Krishna in the sun and the moon?
The radiance.
The radiance. In water,
The taste.
the taste. Uh, okay. Then in Om, or rather, I should say it other way. In the mantras, in the Vedic mantras, Sri Krishna is Om. And what is he in the space or in the ether?
The sound.
The sound. What is he in human beings?
He is the ability.
It's the ability. Yes, very good. In earth,
He's the fragrance.
He's the fragrance. Very good. In fire.
Brilliance.
Very good. He's the brilliance in fire. And in all the beings,
The life force.
the life force. In ascetics,
Dependence.
the pets. Very good. So he says that I am the seed in all the human beings. If you talk about in, if you talk about the intelligent, what is Sri Krishna in them?
He's the intellect of the intelligent.
He is the intellect. Okay. What is he in the glorious?
Splendor.
Splendor. Very good. And mm, what is he in the strong persons?
Their strength.
Their strength. So name any quality which is outstanding in any one of us. All that is nothing but Krishna. See, why is that quality being named? Because if you say he is the strength of the strong people, it means all the other things are covered up. It's not only the strength. Strength is the main part, but all the rest of the things is also Krishna. And he's talking about the main part. So in this manner, the seventh chapter is indeed very beautiful, it's simple as well as in depth. So I just loved to do